So that was that one.
I'm kind of for that, because do you remember the episode of Mythbusters where like they created one of his machines that was supposedly able to, like, it was a doomsday device that could take down a bridge, and it was like, it looked like a simple like box, and it just like tapped the side of a bridge, and they were like, oh yeah, this isn't gonna work. And then they put it on the side of a bridge, and then like one of like a seismometer or some shit was like, this is making the bridge like move in a way that it shouldn't be able to make the bridge move. So they're like, take it off, take it off, take it off.
Oh,
and so they were just
like,
we are not going to continue to test this for reasons of we don't want to. So like, I think dude knew his shit. I think dude was like, he could have destroyed a forest in Siberia and probably felt really bad and then hid that shit under the floorboards. Was like, we never speak of this again.
I feel like Nikola Tesla could be an entire episode later in the podcast.
And it would probably be 17 hours long, involve pigeons and a hatred of Thomas Edison.
Okay.
Edison did it. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Go on.
Yes. Another theory came from Wolfgang Kund, Kundt. Kund?
I don't know.
Something like that. He was an astrophysicist at the University of Bonn in Germany, and he argued that it was a gas explosion from kimberlitic caverns, which I had to look up, by the way, because I'd never in my life heard of a kimberlitic cavern.
Did they have gas and I don't know.
Yeah. So I actually even had a hard time Googling it. I don't know if it was like a translation thing, because he might be Germany, and this was in Siberia. Yeah, but basically, kimberlite is a type of indigenous rock.
Okay.
That contains diamonds. So when I looked up kimberlitic caverns, 99% of what came up was about Minecraft, and I'm not joking. I'm
gonna guess lots of pressure and maybe some gaseous pockets and an ignition source, lightning.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that the kimberlite is related to kimberlitic, and I think it probably means caves
and coal.
Yes. Caves that contain this type of rock, which also contains diamonds, I think is what that means. Anyway, per medium.com, they provided a quote from Kundt. It would have come from the molten earth some 3,000 kilometers deep, Kundt has said. The natural gas would be stored as a fluid that deep, and when it reaches the surface, it would become a gas and expand by a factor of thousands in volume for a huge explosion.
Okay.
So he's thinking it didn't come from the sky, it came from the ground.
From the ground. Okay.
Yeah. Those are actually the lesser wild.
Okay.
The least wild theories.
The least eccentric of the theories.
Wilder theories include crashed UFOs or an alien spaceship.
No debris.
Yeah. Or an alien spaceship that intervened to save the Earth by blowing up a meteorite before it could hit the Earth. Yeah.
No debris.
Well, that's going to be a problem no matter what theory we go with in terms of an impact, though, because there wasn't debris of a meteorite either. But
that's what I mean.
Yeah. So per Fossil Hunters, which is another website I found.
Okay.
Igor Zotkin, a Russian expert on meteorites, once remarked, I doubt if there is any recent discovery that has not been called on to explain the Tunguska enigma. Today, scientists line up suspect. Okay, I'm going to try that again. Today, scientists' lineup of suspects includes a comet, a mini black hole, an asteroid, a rock of antimatter or a mirror matter asteroid, and a methane gas blast from below, like what Kundt said.
Yeah.
In the X-Files, we have an alien spacecraft, a laser beam fired by ETs in an attempt to communicate with lonely little Earthlings. And
like the one dude 40 miles away?
Yes.
40 kilometers away.
And an experiment on a death ray, which got out of hand.
It got minorly out of hand, like in the sense of it vaporized a bunch of reindeer and indigenous tribes of people who thought the thunder god cursed them.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, I should have looked up Wolfgang Kunt to see like what his age was or whatever. I don't think
he had a fantastic mustache.
I don't think he was saying anything about the X-Files. The quote ended before that. That was just more off the website. But
right.
Oh no, not Wolfgang Kunt. Sorry. Igor Zotkin was the one who was talking about the recent discoveries.
I hope he has a fantastic mustache.
I should find out. Anyway, so per NASA, the explosion was caused by a 120-foot space rock, which entered the atmosphere and then detonated.
But we have no debris.
Yeah. So the sciencey bits from NASA that they call on to support that. It is estimated the asteroid entered the Earth's atmosphere traveling at a speed of about 33,500 miles per hour.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. During its quick plunge, the 220 million pound space rock heated the air surrounding it to 44,500 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
At 7:17 a.m. local Siberia time, at a height of about 28,000 feet, the combination of pressure and heat caused the asteroid to fragment and annihilate itself, producing a fireball and releasing energy equivalent to about 185 Hiroshima bombs.
Okay.
That is why there's no impact crater, said Yeomans, NASA guy, I guess.
Okay.
The great majority of the asteroid is consumed in the explosion.
Okay, but then wouldn't everything be covered in like a fine mist or dust?
Well, it was hazy.
True.
They chalked that up to the burning trees, but maybe it wasn't just the burning trees.
And antelope or reindeer.
And reindeer. So this has been supported by some further tests revealing extraterrestrial minerals present in the ground and trees of the blast area.
Okay.
So I'm going to share my screen real quick so you can see the trees, the downed trees, although really they all look the same.
Yes.
They just do. But I'll show you anyway. Can you see?
I've seen these before.
Yeah.
So cool.
They're just like, they look like matchsticks, like literally.
They really do. They
like they're just
really look like matchsticks.
Folded over and gone. And then this was here. This is a picture of the trees in the center with their lack of branches, but are still standing.
Still standing.
Yep.
Wow.
So that's that. That's the Tunguska event.
That is insane.
Yeah. So basically, NASA says it was an asteroid? Meteor? Asteroid. Yeah. I'm not really sure the difference between an asteroid and a meteor, to be honest with you.
I'm not sure either.
So, but anyway.
I'm going to go with Pissed Off God or Nikola Tesla.
To be fair, they called it a 120-foot space rock. So
I'm still going to go with Pissed Off God or Nikola
Tesla. Okay. Whatever.
Or maybe a mixture of both. And that's what I'm going with.
They were having a battle. It was an epic battle between
Nikola Tesla saved us from the Pissed Off God.
Could be.
And maybe we lost some reindeer in the process, which sucks, and people. But Nikola Tesla saved us from the Pissed Off God. Thank you, Tesla.
Can't prove you wrong. Okay. So that is all I've got for episode 21.
Yay!
So I still don't have my script, but I have the previous version of it. Yeah. So
the outline.
Yes. So if you enjoyed the podcast, please give us a review, like, subscribe, share on any platform. You can find us on social media. We're on Facebook at Our Trivial Obsessions. We're on Instagram at Our Trivial Obsessions. We're on Twitter at Our Trivial Pod. You can find our episodes on YouTube if that is your platform of choice, but it does break our episodes up into like parts when it publishes.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, so if that's your platform of choice, go for it, but I suggest a different one. We have a website, www.ourtrivialobsessions.com. You can listen there. That's also where you're going to find our episode references and our extras and bonus materials.
Mm-hmm.
And you can email us at randomqueensobsess@gmail.com. Random.
Because we are.
Queens.
Because we are.
Obsess.
Because we do.
So you can send us an email there. Anything you want to add to what we had to say. If you have answers to any of the questions that we clearly didn't have answers to. But especially if you have any requests for future episode topics, send us an email and we'll see what we can do. I got it all, at least everything on this notepad.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! All right, so that's it. Episode 21 in the books. We will see you next week.
Woohoo! Bye!
Bye!